Hello, Sarangees. Welcome to Chasing K-Dramas, the podcast that dissects popular Korean dramas episode by episode. We get into the characters, themes, and everything in between. I am Dulcé Sloan, and I'm here with my co-host,
Chrissy Choi.
Now, Sarangees, friends, Romans, Ethiopians, lend me your ears, okay? Because we're still on our road to 10,000 a Sarangees campaign. Because why? Chrissy's got goals. Hey, did you hear that key change? Did y'all hear that key change? I'm proud of you. So be sure to hit subscribe on YouTube and tell all your friends about us. And the subscribe button's down at the bottom. I don't know where. I'm not a scientist, nor do I know how to code because my space is closed. But tell your other drama addicts about us and follow and leave us a review on Apple and the Spotify's. And be sure to join our official fan club, Club Sarangees, on Substack. That is chasingkdramas.substack.com, where you can get bonus content and read our newsletter for $6 a month. Because what is $6? Nothing. You can't even get a sandwich for $6. You understand?
No.
And don't forget to call us on the Sarangee Hotline at 213-632-6865 and drop your questions and comments, and you might get featured on the show. Now, if you want to see Chrissy doing stand-up, that's a wild thing because she don't do that. But if you want to see me, the kid, you can see me this weekend in Chicago at Zany's, July 17th and 18th. And then I'm going to be back in Texas at the Houston Punchline, July 23rd to the 25th. And I have some August dates coming up soon. But we'll address that later because why? This is my birthday month. And how better to celebrate the month of my birth? Because if you know Black people, we're about a birthday day, a birthday week, and a birthday month. Birthday year would be crazy. But yeah, birthday month. So if you're trying to figure out how to celebrate me on my birthday for Independent Dulcé, and you didn't know what to do, what to get me coming to my show. That's what you can get me for my birthday, is coming to my show. Get me tickets to the show. Get me showing up and showing out and supporting the kid. And so, Chrissy.
Yes.
What do you have going on? Now, I know we were trying to figure out doing like a live Zoom for the end of the glory, doing a live Zoom with the Sarangees.
More info to come on that.
But what else you got going on? I know you went on all the 40th birthday trips.
Yes. Well, I went to SF in Napa with the girls. So this was our 40th little trip for all of us. And that was a lot of fun. Yeah. So I drove down with my friend Jess, and then we met our friends Diana and Sarah, who flew in, and it was great. So we spent 2 days in SF, walked around, got really good food.
Oh, you could have seen my boy, Mr. Ming. You could have gone to the Osmanthus.
I didn't see Mr. Ming. I did not see Mr. Ming.
Love every time I'm in SF, I got to go see Mr. Ming.
I know. I really like San Francisco a lot. And then so we went to this restaurant called Taddock's, which is the oldest restaurant in SF, I believe. And they have the best seafood stew. What is it? The choppa? No. Oh,
like a chowder?
Chapino.
What? Whose people is this?
So it's
Is this Italians?
I don't, maybe Chapino. It sounds Italian. It sounds very Italian. It's delicious. You would have loved it. You would love Taddock's.
You know I love seafood.
I know, yeah. It's a vibe in there, but we had such a good time. And then we went to Napa, and we had gone to Napa 10 years ago almost. Yeah, I think it was 2016, 2017. So we decided to stay at the same place. That was cute. So we did that. We did a vineyard. Yeah, it was really great. But now I'm back to reality. No, then we had your birthday. We had your birthday party. Yes. So that was fun. And there's all this World Cup. I've just been watching World Cup like an insane person.
Listen, now that Iran is out, and I think the only African country left now.
The Iranian men are very good looking.
Let me tell you something.
The Persian men
are
good looking.
This is my PSA. I don't know if you cut this as a clip. When we saw them boys show up in Mexico, my first thought was, we got to stop bombing this country. Y'all are playing. We got these men working on the earth.
They are very good looking.
We need these boys in the field making more humans. We have got to stop bombing that country. And I have got to learn whatever language they speak. I don't know if is it Urdu? Is it what they speak?
Is it
Farsi?
Persian? I don't think, is it Farsi?
Is it Farsi Persian?
I don't know.
Listen, Kamsamnida. I will figure. Hola. I speak Spanish. I'll figure something else out. I don't know if it's left or right. I don't know who they pray. Listen, we need these boys on the. We need these.
Have you
men.
seen the Moroccan team?
We need them.
The Moroccan team, very good look. I mean, oh my gosh! And then Korea, we have Cho-gi-sun.
Mm-hmm.
He is. Have you seen him?
You know, me paying attention to this, because I thought only kids play soccer. But I can say that Trevor's doing his own World Cup parties.
I am enjoying Trevor's clips so much. He is
has
so
not invited
knowledgeable.
me, and I'm
he invited you?
He hasn't, and I need to be
because you don't watch soccer.
Neither is Roy Wood Jr., but he invited him. I think Roy knows more about soccer than I do, and because it's gonna be just me going. Well, is he married? Well, is he married?
Oh, that's weird.
Was he
Literally what we
married?
do. So
He
during
married.
the Korea game, when Cho-gi-sung came out, we were all like, the hot one's out, and all the girls were like, wait. So today,
Yes.
it's an exciting day.
Yes,
Episode 12 was wild.
girl.
It gets so fun from now. I mean, it's always been fun, but it gets even better.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about episode 12. It was so satisfying, but it was also really sad at the same time.
Yes.
So a lot happens. Yeon-jin and her mom are both hot messes.
girl.
Yeon-jin finds out that Yeo-jeong is the guy working with Dong-eun, and her mom is freaking out about getting blackmailed by Hyun-nam's husband.
Yep.
Mr. Bob turns out to be a real old creep. Big creep.
Which
Creeper.
was honestly,
It's a little heavy-handed.
the heaviest of hands, like a black grandma in a church, just the heaviest of hands.
So heavy-handed. So he's a real big creep. He gets beaten to a pulp by Jae-joon.
Which honestly, who else could have done it?
I was kind of like, you know what? I'm here for it. It was
Run
very
it.
violent, but I was like, I'm here for it.
But when
'Cause
he-
he was a real big creep.
But also when he walked in, she was just like,
She was okay.
which is
And
why
then-
you need what? Goons. How do we get the Chasing K-Drama podcast goons? If you are willing to be a
You want to be a CKD goon?
I can't be the goon. You have to hire the henchman.
No. I'm talking about to the audience. You want to be a CKD goon?
Or
That's so
henchman.
weird.
It's classier. I want somebody to roll up in a bubble jacket with flip-flops because you know he's nuts because he can't
But
figure
we need big men to do that.
Right, but you
do
also-
we have big men Sarangees?
you need a little crazy one and then a big one that works for him. When old boy rolled up with the flip-flops and the bubble jacket, I knew he was trouble.
Oh, speaking of, my friend Sarah, Dr. Sarah. I told you the story,
I told
right?
you my cousin's a doctor and so she's Dr. Tequila Hill.
Oh, Tequila is a doctor? What a name. But
I'm
Dr.
Dulcé,
Sarah.
so we're doing a thing.
Dr. Sarah, so one of her, someone who works with her, I don't know how it came up. Someone who works with her, I don't know if he's a nurse, I believe, like someone, right? In her office was like, I think she was saying, someone was saying, my wife likes K-dramas. And she's like, oh my God, my friend has a Korean K-drama podcast. She's listened to it as Chasing K-dramas. And the other nurse was like, you mean, Chrissy Choi? Because he's a fan of yours. He's like, oh yeah, I love Dulcé Sloan.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
you
see the
did tell us about
clips.
this.
It was so
Yes.
funny. Anyways, I don't know why I thought about that. Oh, because these are men. We have male fans.
Of course we have male
fans, and maybe they can be our henchmen.
Yes, we have 4 male fans, and we need y'all to show up and show
Be
out.
a goon? I don't like that.
why
I like henchmen better. Goon sounds like
No, goon means I can't call you and put on a suit. You understand? We don't need goons. We need henchmen. Henchmen know goons. Goons do dirt. Henchmen do dirt with admin.
CKD henchmen.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Make-
this is
put
so
that in a
funny.
sticker pack.
Anyways. Okay, so Mr. Bob turns out to be a real big creep
Because
and
the
he
hair
gets
told us.
beaten to a pulp by Jae-joon. But then Jae-joon gets also beaten to a pulp by Do-young, who's absolutely arranged and incredibly sexy.
Because don't we learn?
He is so hot. Anyways.
Jae-joon gets his ass whipped by To-young for beating up Mr. Bob.
Yeah.
Who he can't 100% be mad about that.
Okay, so then To-young finally blows up at Yeon-jin, which we are waiting for, right? Then Dong-eun's mom betrays her again, leading to one of the most emotional moments of the episode. Dong-eun breaks down and cries, and it absolutely wrecks you. But she doesn't cry for long, because the next day, she stirs up the sweetest revenge on Sa-ra and Yeon-jin. Okay, so let's go.
Let's
go. This so much happens in this too. Flashback, okay? So we go back in time to the funeral home purchase, okay? So they buy the funeral home.
Dong-eun standing outside.
Oh yeah. She's like
with her back turned, like, excellent.
I know. Okay. So we find out the reason why they discovered this funeral home is because Hyun-nam was chasing after or tailing the detective ajushi, okay? Because the detective ajushi drives there, she peeks in, and then she broke in. Like, she literally, so smart, she unlocked the gate, and then she held it open, and she snuck her body in.
Because like
she is very resourceful.
Listen, which makes me more annoyed that she's been with this man for so long. But it also made me go, man, I can't do sneaky shit.
No. You could climb over.
Girl, the last time I hopped the fence, I was 15 and I ended up getting barbed wire in my hand.
I've never climbed a fence.
Here's the thing.
I've never done anything illegal.
I didn't.
What a boring life.
Well, I didn't climb the fence. I jumped over the fence because the cops were coming because we were at a party and somebody my homeboy got shot. Well, friend of a homeboy got shot, but it's his own fault.
Someone got shot?
It's his own fault. He kept talking shit and they only shot him in his leg. What was really messed
They
up,
only shot him in his leg.
the man was the dude. They were right in front of each other.
God.
He
Okay.
could have shot him
then
in the
you
chest.
had to run.
Well,
This is
only had-
terrifying.
Also, I f***ed up my shoes. I scratched because we were at a birthday party. Also, we're in Gwinnett County. We're in the suburbs, right? So we were at, like a lot of apartment complexes had like the office / activity building. Here's the thing. We knew it was going to happen. We told him, you keep talking shit, you're going to get shot. Everybody knew.
Everyone knew.
It was just the thing that happened.
Okay. Hyun-nam is inside, right? And she notices the electricity, the meter. She sees it going and it's like, and in the bottom it says morgue. And she's like, why is the morgue electricity going?
Honestly, when she popped up with her and she was like, look. Also, I love how Hyun-nam's like, look at this thing that I found. Because she is all about the discovery. Because what I love when she tells her about stuff that she found, it always feels like she's spilling tea.
I know.
Like,
it's not. And she's like, come here. I have to show you something.
She was like, because it was like, buckle up. It was like, honestly, this is the friend that you, like, this is the friend that you just like, okay, I got some
your
tea.
back.
Sit down. Because this is the friend you have a conversation
She has
with.
your back. She gives you all the goss.
Also, this is when you see her number pop up, you're like, well, my day is cleared. I'm not doing nothing else today.
Okay, so then Dong-eun tells Yeo-jeong about this. So Yeo-jeong's like, oh, okay, do we explore this?
On the fondue night.
On the fondue night. So
that
this all
hot
happened.
dog look raw as shit.
Also, this drama does a really good job of using the flashbacks and like going back.
Oh, a flashback and a flashback
back
and a
flashback. It's so
Actually,
smart.
Korean dramas use
do a good job.
flashbacks in a way
that
it's like it's almost epilogue.
Yeah, for sure. And so then basically she says she's done the research. The funeral home has been on sale for 3 years and is currently under the care of a guy who owns a lottery shop. Great. So what they do is they go, right? So this is the scene where we go back. They confront the owner, okay? And they're like, what do you have in there? We know you have a dead body. They pull it open.
And he went, nuh-uh. Because it was like, they show up and he was like, well, who were you? It's like, we bought the place. Nuh-uh. And the realtor goes, oh, so you not only ignore my calls, but also from the man who owns the building. This was my girl what moment.
Yes.
Because I was like, the reveal was too fast. Almost. Because it was like, we bought the building and then it's like, we know the body's here. And he's like, all right, fine. And so it was, I think the reveal was too fast when it came to the body. Well, I also thought it was ridiculous that they did it right in front of the lottery shop owner. I would have been like, hey.
Well, he's the one who had to open it.
Right. But my other thing was just like, you know how to unhinge a door and thing. It's like, now it felt to me that they're showing their hand because now Detective Ajushi is going to know that people know where Myung's body was.
I don't think so because
it causes panic.
Well, the owner guy, he's like, are you going to call the cops? And he's like, nope, we're not going to call the cops. But I think what they do is they buy him. They're like, but you got to keep your mouth shut and you can't tell the Detective Ajushi that we're here. So I think they shut him up that way.
But the realtor, I also have to make sure the realtor wasn't in there. No,
the realtor wasn't there.
Because that would have been
wild.
Insane.
No one needs to.
Because the realtor would have been like, what the just happened?
And it's highly illegal. He's probably, there's some dirty business happening. No, it was
because
just
there's a body in a Ziploc bag in here.
God.
It would, but yeah, so it makes sense because then they realize that the detective is using the body as insurance.
Yeah.
Because he could have buried them. Because remember, it was raining a bunch.
I mean, yeah, and we knew that that's what the detective was going to do because the Yeon-jin mom-daughter duo, they're acting nuts right now. So he's like, you guys are acting crazy. Okay, but then really quickly, we also go back to the day where Yeon-jin was under anesthesia, right? Mm-hmm. And then we see she's under, right? She's passed out. We see Yeo-jeong scraping her cut. And that's what he kept in the EP. He has like, I guess he's going to do a DNA sample test or something.
Right. So because it was probably I think because when anything, something happened, so it was like a DNA transfer.
Myung-oh scratched her foot, right? Mm-hmm. So they dug that out. So that's what he had in the EP container in the fridge. Piece of
nail that he did pull. Because
he was getting a scab almost. He was
right. Well,
I did not like that part. Really.
One again. No. Shout out to the special effects department.
Yeah.
Because
that looked pretty good.
The way that pulled up, like he was lifting
it looked like a real scab.
I was like, there's too many moments where when you see something like just good like that, because I like technique as well, but bring her back to the clinic, and we've got the piece of the scab, and so again, revenge receipt. But I guess I wasn't understood because there must have been some of Myung-oh's DNA in her cut.
Yes,
that's why I was like because it looked like he pulled a thing out, and I was like, was that a piece of Myung-oh's nail?
No, it was a scab.
It was just
I think it was a scab. I think it's just a scab. So I'm assuming because they go in, I'm sure there's like DNA there. Hopefully, I'm assuming. But then we jump. Hyun-nam, this is so funny because now Hyun-nam and Dong-eun are definitely like, they're masterminding everything. Mm-hmm. So Hyun-nam goes and tells Yeon-jin, because you remember Yeon-jin, last time she showed up to the apartment, she was just like, hey, who else is helping Dong-eun?
And Hyun-nam was like, there's a man, I don't know who he is, but I can figure it out.
But
just
now
leave my daughter alone.
She's like, hey, guess what? This man is a plastic surgeon who's very attractive, and his family owns Jew General Hospital. And then Yeon-jin freaks out because she realizes that's the doctor she was with under anesthesia, and that's also the hospital where she hid Choi's body.
Yes, and then. So now she's freaking out in front of the hospital. And so this was almost a girl what moment. This is more like a girl
entire episode was a girl what moment.
Well, she's like smoking in the car and then she sees Sohee's ghost. And I'm just like.
It's like a jump scare out of nowhere. It's like, boop.
And then they show this other woman. I'm like, who is this woman? And we find out later, it's like, it's when they cut to give you more information because we haven't seen Sohee's mom for 5 episodes. But she's watching Yeon-jin's weather report.
Yeah, so Sohee's mom is like, I mean, I think Sohee's mom, if you think about it, I mean, she's been victimized just as much as Dong-eun, right? Because she knows the truth. She's known that these bullies have killed her daughter and she can't do anything about it. So you can just imagine how
here's why it was messed up that it was ruled a suicide. It's just like because like even when the other clips, when they show it, not to like, they've shown her falling multiple times. She's on fire when she falls. I know. So it's just like, are y'all saying this girl set herself on fire and then fell backward on a building?
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, so then we jump, right, from one freaking out lady to another. Yeon-jin's mom is like overly dramatic. I think she is so scared. She's like trembling, looking. She's in the bathroom looking at the messages because Hyun-nam's husband keeps on like texting her, okay?
Which, again, when you look at her character, doesn't make sense. Because she should have hit up Detective Ajushi
she does
immediately. Because like, that's why I don't understand how scared and freaked out she is.
So she finds him because he has been ignoring her, the detective. So she actually shows up
at his job.
At the job.
And if you've ever showed up at a man's job, you mean it.
You mean you mean it.
You mean it. If you have to show up at a nigga's job.
So basically he's like, I already gave you information. Like she's been asking him to look into this phone number. She's done all of it, right? He's like, I've looked into everything. And she's like,
here's the man's name. What you want?
And then she's like, I need you to like take care of it. I have been supporting your entire family. So apparently he has a house in New Zealand.
Yep.
His kids all study in New Zealand. And then he has that motel under his sister's name.
Yep.
So she's like, I have been supporting you this entire time. What are you doing?
What more do you need?
I know.
Your family lives very well because of me. What is the problem?
Yeah, but he is getting, I think he's reached his breaking point. He's like, you're being insane.
Because also it's just like, she's like, I thought we were friends, but I guess we're just accomplices. And then he walks off and I'm just like, sir, one, you just made a wild ass point.
Yes, it's true.
Also, y'all are accomplices.
They are accomplices, yeah.
But also, it's like...
Well, that freaks her out because she's now like, oh, he's saying that he's openly admitting
to crime.
So now it's like, what am I going to do? Is he going to, like turn me in? Is he going to spill the beans? Like, can I trust him? Like, I'd be terrified too. But it also, it just shows her personality, right? Again, she's like a Yeon-jin. No one is beneath her. Or everyone is beneath her, excuse me. So she feels like she has the right to treat people like this.
Because she's really screaming at this man.
Oh, no. I mean, she's treating him like shit.
But she treats him like an employee, which honestly is what he is.
And I thought they had like an affair.
It was insinuated. They had an affair too. Maybe the affair ended and it was still like on some money shit.
Okay. So next. Oh, my God. Okay, so Dong-eun, holy crap. Dong-eun is so insane. Okay, so Dong-eun is calling Jae-joon, okay? And she's like, you're going to get a quick delivery. And then he's going through, it's a USB, right? He plugs it in, he's looking, and it's a bunch of pictures that Mr. Bob has taken of the young girls, okay?
Bent over climbing, which the women, any woman watching the show was like, inappropriate, and so she was like
disturbing.
Oh, and this is definitely a revenge receipt because she goes, oh, there's pictures of Yeol on there, and this man starts to vibrate in anger, and I think he drives to that school at literally 100 miles an hour.
I have to say, Park Sung-hoon, the actor who plays Jae-joon, the amount of cursing this man does in this episode. Listen. I have learned so much about cursing in this show.
That's so funny.
I never knew that you could curse. He is cursing every 5 seconds is a beep.
Love
is a bleep. But she basically says, oh, there's this teacher taking the picture. You should take care of it. She's brilliant. She is so smart. Again, she knows that this man is an absolute lunatic.
And completely inappropriate.
Jae-joon. He knows that Jae-joon is...
Oh, Jae-joon's nuts.
So she uses him as her tool to get to that man. And I'm like, you are so fucking smart. Smart.
Because what Jae-joon's never going to do is go, she gave me these pictures. He is so pressed about protecting Yeol and trying to show that he is a good father, that he's not going to snitch on her.
So then we jump to another scene right at the school. Okay, so homeboy is driving like a maniac coming to the school. They're actually at the playground. Mr. Bob is taking pictures. She stops him. She's like, "You need to stop," and he gets annoyed. Okay, gets annoyed.
He's like, "Oh, I got my." He's like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, I got that project for you."
So then we jump to the teacher's lounge or wherever. He is so freaking disrespectful. Also, I think this project was about a report about field trips.
Yes,
and I'm like.
And he's just throwing...
Y'all, do we need Excel spreadsheets about a field trip?
It's a private school.
Like,
the kid, it's fully paid for. It's a
whole
private school. But he's throwing the papers on the ground and calls her an insubordinate bitch.
A 태생년, yeah.
And she goes, oh, okay. Sure. And he tells her to come outside. Like, I guess he's going to reprimand her.
Or I thought he was going to, like, hit her. Because to me, come outside, or what he said, it kind of means, like, I'm going to beat your ass.
Come outside.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Come outside has always been, we're going to fight. Meet me outside. Jump off the porch. Whatever. If you are changing locations, you are going to fight.
Which is wild. So Jae-joon comes storming in, okay? The other teacher, right? The teacher who's always around. He goes, this made me really laugh. He's like, 어떻게 오셨어요? So that means like, so it literally means like, how did you get here? But how did you get here means like, how can I help you? It's like the same word, like meaning. So you can say it both ways interchangeably. But Jae-joon literally answers, 차로요, by car. I wish you understood Korean. It's really funny.
This is why I hate these translations sometimes. Because it's like I'm missing.
I know, but in Korean it was really funny because he takes it literally. So in this moment of just like absolute it's a tense moment because
I can
he's
say
there
watching
like,
the translation,
Yeah.
it was just like he says, because I think in the translation, it's like he says his response is by car, and I was like, oh, this is supposed to be funny. I just don't know how.
it's very funny. So yeah, so he walks in and he starts beating the teacher
like,
with the camera.
He's like, hold on. He's like, which one of y'all?
Is-
Which one of y'all?
is
Which one
Teacher
of y'all?
Chu, yeah.
It's Teacher Chu. And he's like, me. When he picked up that camera,
That was
when he
insane.
picked up the camera and then took the file out of it, there was no way I knew immediately he was gonna bust that man in his head with that camera.
I mean, it was so this was another scene where there's a lot of hitting here and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so violent."
I did not fast forward this.
I watched it and I was like, "Oh Jesus." But then you see while he's getting beat, he tells him at one point, he's like, "Clench your jaw
So you
or
don't
you're going to
swallow
swallow
your
your
teeth."
teeth."
And then he hits him in the head with a vase, and then we cut to a flashback where the other teacher gave her the files.
Yes.
Because remember, he was talking to the teacher crazy, go get me coffee, go do this, go do that. And he goes, I don't have the courage to fight,
But I think you do.
but I think you do.
And she goes, "Yep." So he's watching because he's like, "Hey, can you take care of it?" And this is how she's taking care of it. He's
Also,
like, "Oh my
there's multiple other teachers. Not only, I think eventually someone calls the
It's
police.
a little too much."
But the fact that they stood there and it was like, yep.
And then also,
Yep. Oh, I should call the police.
they start calling, and then you see Yesort, and I'm like, why are they letting a child in? And then finally, Dong-eun like stands in front of her.
But it's like, why are they in? Why is this? It's like, are
Why
they?
are they allowing this child to come in while this is happening?
Well, that's why I couldn't understand. I'm like, are they in a classroom or is this in the teacher's lounge?
It's a teacher's lounge. So I think she came into the teacher's lounge for something, but I mean, I guess I understand all the teachers are just like, what is happening? But Dong-eun thankfully blocks her view, but she
Yeah.
sees all of it, and she sees Jae-joon uncle acting like a freaking lunatic.
or a hero.
So,
And when a hero comes along,
well, then she calls her dad, and she's like trying to tell him, and then like Dong-eun's like, what?
he's on a construction site and he's like, wait, your uncle did what?
So I have to say though, do we blame Jae-joon?
Absolutely.
I'm
the
like,
fuck
Jae-joon
not.
for the first time. I'm like, yes. This man, he's probably has like kiddie porn.
Yes, that's exactly what that is. Because what I did not like is because
This show's dark. I'm like,
it
y'all.
bugged because it was like, I hope they have on shorts underneath, and they did have on shorts underneath their skirts.
They did, yeah.
But yeah, I remember like always having to have on shorts underneath skirts, always having to like if there was any time there was like a man in the house or something.
I think because when you're little, you're doing crazy shit. Meaning
yeah,
like,
your legs are open. You're
Yeah,
running
and then
around
I used to wear-
because you're little.
I
and
know.
So it's like,
So-
but the fact that you have to put shorts
yeah.
on little girls, or they tell little girls, be careful bending over. Don't do this. Don't do that. As opposed to looking at grown men and going, you shouldn't be looking at a child like this.
Also,
But
man, humans are gross. Anyways,
men
men
are gross.
men
And
are
so
gross.
it's, honestly, I can say that when he was getting, after the 12th time he punched him, I was like, that's a little scary. But 1 through 11, I definitely was smiling at some point.
I was. Yeah, this drama, this show goes there.
This show
goes there. I was like, okay. So then we move into their next violent beating to a pulp scene. Okay. So then Jae-joon gets arrested, right? He's at the police station. His friend's there. Jae-joon, again, the cursing, insane. Like, this man is nuts. He's in jail, which is true, though, because he's like, why am I in jail? You need to get the other guy. Like,
And they're like, we have the other guy.
yeah, but, like, he's
you
like-
also did something. He's like, why should I have to settle? I just beat up a pedophile.
Yeah.
And they're like, we hear you, but also you still beat this man up. And he's like, I don't get it. Which he's like, because basically he's almost went as far as going, you should be thanking me.
which I kind of agree.
No one should disagree with him because he's like, we're going to have to settle. He's like, I'm not going to settle. And then his lawyer goes, shut the F up. And then what we did not expect is Doyoung's lawyer from his company comes in and goes, they're going to settle. He's like, I'm not going to settle. And his lawyer goes, shut up.
Also, the friend is a good friend because he knew that Jae-joon was in a sticky spot, so he felt like they couldn't get a settlement. So that's why they called in the big guns, right? Because they own that big ass company. They're like Chebo level. So he's like, we got to get these lawyers. They're gonna help us, right? So, anyways,
So wait. So his homeboy called Choi-young's lawyers because he knows the whole situation.
Yeah, the situation. And then also I think Choi-young too, probably getting that crazy call from his daughter. He was probably like, what's happening? So he looked into it.
And it's like, okay, this man beat up. He's like, okay, so Jae-joon beat up the man who was being inappropriate to my job.
Yeah.
I should probably help him.
So...
But then Choi-young's lawyers are like, we're going to press charges. He's like, what are you going to do? He's like, we're going to press charges over the photo.
Right. And then, but Jae-joon's like, why would you press charges? I should press charges. And Choi-young's literally like, she's my daughter, asshole. What are you talking about? You have no rights. What are you doing?
You have no right to press charges.
And then he goes, you know the truth, don't you? That I'm Yeho's real dad. And he says it in front of everyone. And then Choi-young's like, you're a real son of a bitch, aren't you? And then they...
And so Jae-joon goes to swing. I'll tell you this. When Choi-young dodges it, I was like, oh, he's about to get his ass whooped. And he dodges it and then punches him directly in the gut. And then he swings it because he does catch him the first time. And then he goes to swing again and he don't get a chance to hit him again.
The best part is when he's like, let me go. And the friend's like,
I already let you go.
Holding on to you.
I already let you go because at one point Choi-young is tagging his ass, and everybody and the lawyers go, oh, okay.
Choi-young is so attractive here.
Yes.
What is it? Chung Sung-il? Yeah, that's his name. Chung Sung-il. Oh my God. I was like, sir, he is
so hot. But he also goes, never go near my daughter again.
Yeah, which is true. This is. I mean, the audacity.
Also, he showed up on career day. Dad career day.
Just the audacity of this
man.
Oh,
true unmitigated gall.
Okay. So then, what do we think Jae-joon's going to do next?
Something also inappropriate. I think all this did, in the words of certain people from a Yankee state, put a battery in his back. Because now it's, I've done all this to protect my daughter. I need to be able to have my daughter. I think all it did was just the fact that he couldn't press the charges because he's not technically, biologically, he's Yesol's dad.
But he has no rights right now.
No rights to her. Like here,
as his lawyer friend has explained to him many times.
Multiple times. And so, I'm sure he's going to do something else dumb because he's going to try to split up the marriage. So I think, if anything, he needs that footage because remember, old boy still has the hard drive. He needs that footage because he has to make moves. He needs that footage because he needs to be able to either go to Choi-young or he needs to be able to go to Yeon-jin and be like, hey, look here, I will protect you, but you got to divorce your husband.
So, for this week's segment, we're going to talk about Kim Hieora, okay? So she's the gal who plays Hara, which I think is a good transition because I feel like this was her episode, okay?
Oh, yeah, because she was, in Genie Make-A-Wish, she was nuts.
She was nuts. Okay, so she is, I guess she's in her 30s. She's 1989, so she's 3 years younger than me. So she is 37 years old. So the big thing with Kim Hieora is that she, right after The Glory, it came forward that she was also a bully in middle school. Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah. So there were allegations. So it was this whole thing. Okay. So she was in that show, The Uncanny Encounter, which was also, I believe, Hyun-nam was also in that.
Yeah, because I started watching that. And I'm like, I'm not sure how I.
Yeah, so she was also in that. So they were saying that she was a member of an infamous gang of school bullies from her middle school. Okay, so she claims that she was just a bystander, but she didn't do anything like directly, right? But it was in middle school. She didn't participate. So because of this, her shows, like she was supposed to be on SNL Korea, but that got canceled. So she basically she had to step out of the limelight for a while. Okay. But then it was revealed that she ended up meeting with the victims and they kind of worked it out. Okay. So they worked it out. So she was able, so I think this was in 2025. Yeah. So she was in a movie. So that was her first role. She took a lead, or it was her first role back in public's eye. So she was the lead in a movie called Savior. And then
she was an Attorney Woo. I watched that.
Yeah, she was in a lot of stuff. And then this year, she's currently doing a one-person play right now in Korea. It's called Playback. Okay.
It's hard. I've done one. It's very...
Yeah, so she's doing that right now. So basically, she's back. It seems like she's back. She's acting again. But it's interesting. The biggest role for her was playing this role. Like, that was her breakthrough moment. It was like for the rest of the cast, which was great. And then after that, I think she was in The Uncanny Encounter, and she was doing other things. But like I said, it got canceled after the bullying reports came out. But her name, Kim Hieora, was given to her by her father. Okay. Its pure Korean meaning means live white and clean.
Interesting.
Okay, so she used to hate her name when she was younger because she got teased, but now as an actress, she feels like it makes her unique, so she's proud of it. And I think she's an artist because she had art exhibitions, which is interesting. Oh, I thought you would like this. She loves interior design, and she lives in a Hanok renovated home.
Yeah,
I thought of you. She loves that. Yeah, so she was like a graphic artist in musicals, which is interesting. I think she did like actual graphic like artwork in these like musicals in the background, I guess. I don't know.
That's very avant-garde.
It's very avant-garde. But
very experimental theater.
I believe she also got a Paeksang Award or nomination for The Glory. Yeah, so I think she's great. I think she's a great actress. You know, the other stuff she's been in. You said Attorney Woo. She was in Beyond Evil, Hospital Playlist 2, Bad and Crazy. And she made her acting debut in 2009 in Jack the Ripper, the musical. So then, a couple things happen really quickly. So Hyun-nam goes shopping with her husband, right? He's trying to buy her a dress because he's being nice to her now because she has potentially come into some money. Because he's like, oh, the blackmail's great. So he's being all nice and mean and all of that.
And she's like, should we be even doing this? And he was like, oh, shut up.
She's terrified. And she goes, but darling, Yeon-jin's not killed one person. She's killed 2 people. And he's like, what? Very good actor. Then you see Yeon-jin's goons outside watching. Okay, they're watching. One of the goons, he was foreign. I was like, I like that. You didn't know, but when he's speaking, he's clearly foreign.
Oh, I saw his face. I was like,
his Korean's very good. Broken Korean.
I was looking at him. I'm like, that boy ain't Korean.
Where's he from? Okay, so then we jump to your next girl. What?
So, the friend from high school,
Gyeong-ran.
She has, because if you remember, one of the one of the goons, the one who's not Korean, goes, "Hey, we didn't see the what was the weapon that used to kill him?"
Yeah.
And he goes, and then the Korean dude goes, "Oh, you need to shut your mouth," and then just literally touches the man's lips and goes, "Shut up," and just said, "Be quiet." And then it cuts to that whiskey bottle being in the closet.
Of Gyeong-ran.
Exactly. And so now she's got her own revenge receipt.
Yes.
Because if anything goes down, she has a way to get out of it. Because it's just like, I want out of this arrangement. Because here's the thing. I don't understand why she even works there. But this is a revenge receipt because she has everything that she needs to destroy Yeon-jin.
Right. But then the crazy part is she's also a witness. She was there. She saw it.
And a witness with evidence?
So that means, so if you think about it, so Yeon-jin runs out, right? In terror. She's probably calling the detective. So what happens is I think Gyeong-ran saw everything and she slips in.
Because that's why I did not understand when she left with her dress. I don't know why she didn't, instead of wiping her fingerprints off the murder weapon, she should have taken the bottle with her.
I know. Idiot girl.
Idiot. Because I'm just like, wait a minute. When she was running, I was like, wait, why didn't she take the murder weapon?
Why did she take it? So that's when I think Gyeong-ran slips in, and she took it, right? So she has it. So now we know Gyeong-ran is
But
in
also
play
she was
as well.
At work when there was a murder happening behind her. And she heard the whole altercation.
She heard everything. I think she probably, if I'm Dong-eun, I would be getting to her. And so I don't know what Dong-eun's been doing.
I don't know why.
Dong-eun's a smart cookie.
What did Dong-eun say? You're not being aggressive enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Total last episode,
Dong-eun
you're not being
said
aggressive
that.
enough because she does seem like a weird loose end.
It's a very weird loose end.
But maybe she couldn't test where the loyalty was.
Or I think maybe the writers needed a device, right? So the writers are probably like, we can make her, or we need her.
Because then she can have her
you know?
own little plan.
Yeah, there can be something. So I think we'll see. We'll see, but this is significant, right? So then this part was absolutely brilliant. So Dong-eun goes. Remember Songi, our friend? Songi's goon friends, right? So they already had a meeting. So she meets them again. And then she goes, hello, I need to buy drugs. I think these drugs are, I think it's heroin.
Yes.
Okay. That's what
I think it's
what I
heroin
surmised.
because she was like, it was a powder and then it was like
A needle.
and then a needle. Here's the thing about heroin that's always been confusing to me.
I don't know.
You know, like it's.
I've seen it because I've seen it on TV, on television.
I have a joke about it. If you do it on Netflix, the verified stand-ups, and so I talk about how I'm very afraid of drugs because people's like, oh, how Dare didn't work.
Yeah.
And so I have a
Dare
joke.
did not work.
Dare
Dare
worked.
worked for me.
Oh,
I was like,
old boy rolled in. This also a Miami Dare class.
Oh, I can't imagine.
So this is a different kind of dare.
This
You
is
understand? This is we can't be cute with these children, right?
It's not you remember the Dare dog?
Yeah, we ain't get no
You
dog.
didn't have
We
the
got
dog.
a white man and me and him were the same height, right? And so they brought me a 5-foot white man, and so he couldn't protect and serve, so he just had to help because he was too little, right? And he comes in day one. I promise you, it was heroin. And he opens his briefcase, and there's so much stuff.
Wait, they brought you guys. The
They showed
drug?
you everything that you need. Yes.
That's insane.
So I'm sitting there watching him pull out all of this stuff that you need to do. So it's like the spoon, the lighter, a
Why are
syringe.
they showing you?
Because
oh,
they're
to
being-
like watch out.
To scare the shit out of you, and it worked. Once I saw all of the stuff you needed to do heroin, and then that's why I have in the joke, you have all the stuff that you need to do heroin, and then when you get the drugs, you have to cook the drugs. So not only did I have to go through all of these side quests to collect all of these things, now I have to cook my drugs.
Well, this is why Dong-eun is literally like, hey, can you do the setting up
Can
for
you
me?
prepare this for me? Because I don't
She's
know
like,
how
I
to
don't
do
know how
it.
to do it.
Because when you see her, like she's got the thing tied around so you need all this stuff to do heroin. And I was like, guess what I say in the joke? I was like, you need 5 different locations or one good Walmart because you need because a lot of people, they keep it in a case. So like the fact that she sits up and goes to those men, hey, I need these drugs, but also can you prepare them because I don't know how to do this? Because it's not like buying somebody cocaine.
No.
But here's my thing with heroin. Why do you have to inject? Why can't you just snort it like cocaine?
You are asking the wrong person.
I don't understand
We're asking our Sarangee. So basically, in the last, you remember there was an episode where we were like, why is she having like, why is she eating junk food?
Yeah.
Why is she having the munchies?
Yeah,
you
why
know?
is she, like, binging
Yeah,
after
so there
this?
were a bunch of comments and they were saying like, you do tend to, after you do like heroin, I think, you do have like a need for sweets.
Oh, because I guess you haven't eaten in a while?
I guess, I don't know.
But yeah, so she,
So the guys help her with the
they
guys
get her
agree.
the drugs. We cut to Sa-ra, who is truly just having a full-on tantrum.
So I just want to say, it's like watching a scene from The Exorcist. The way she was on the floor, like it is. I was like, "What is
like
happening?"
I said, it's the acting has to be exhausting.
She's so good.
But the father is frustrated. She wants to go to the Netherlands because it's legal there. And then
heroin is legal there.
there's some drugs. I think there's some places.
Weed is legal.
I think there's some. I think like one point, I think what is it, Oregon or someplace decriminalized a lot of the drugs. Like all of them. Because at one point the mom is like, we'll send her to rehab. And the dad gets angry with the mom.
Yeah.
And was just like, this will mess up my reputation as a pastor.
Which is insane.
Which is insane. Because if you had a better hold of your daughter the entire time, but we all know PKs act wild.
Not this wild though.
But
Jesus.
she was like begging them to let her go to Paris, and he was like, the whole community was gossiping about you doing drugs and sleep and being a whore. And it's just like, girl, you ain't got to be out here hoeing around. You have money.
So basically, Dong-eun buying the drugs, that's a revenge receipt, right? Because we
Absolutely.
know she's going to use this against
Because
to like deprive Sa-ra or whatever. So this is crazy. So we jump to the general hospital, right? And it's Do-young's, it is Yeo-jeong's mom, okay?
Also, his mom is beautiful.
So she discovers, or one of her employees tells her that the police has filed an official complaint because they froze Hoi's body.
Illegal storage of a corpse.
So then,
And she's like, who the hell reported it?
it's insane, right? So then we have a flashback. So we finally get the answer to why Yeo-jeong's father put Hoi's body into the freezer, okay? It's because he saw, 15 years ago, he saw Soi's mom signing and like begging.
And refusing to have the funeral.
Yeah, refusing to have the funeral because being like, no, please keep my daughter's body. I need it, right? And then he sees this and he tells the attendant, he's like, hey, why don't we just freeze it? Because come on. Clearly something has happened. Something is going on. Let's do the right thing, right? And then he says, good prevails, right? He says, good triumphs over evil.
And he said, we're like, what if we get in trouble? And he's like, we'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out. So Yeo-jeong's dad, stand-up guy, okay? He was a nice guy,
Which
okay?
is probably why he got murdered.
Right. So then we see Yeo-jeong's mom also does the same thing, right? Because she sees the police officer and she's like, yo, we are not going to do anything. She's like, it's sus, that someone filed a report into the police department. Why aren't they not? They should have alerted the health ministry.
The health ministry, and then we have the flashback of Detective Ajushi playing the indoor golf, being like, I need this to be a complaint.
Right.
And that's why this needs to happen. And so she goes, no, this should have come from the health ministry. I think this is suspicious. We're not moving the body.
Nope.
Because I think she knows that because it's suspicious,
right,
he really doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, and then
she goes,
I'm
not moving it.
So then, oh man, fireworks, okay, fireworks. So To-young finally confronts Yeon-jin because she is asking for it, okay? So Yeon-jin comes home. Driver Ajushi she's like, what are you doing here? Where's Yesol? And he's like, Yesol is actually with To-young's mother, Halmoni, okay? So Yeon-jin rushes in and she sees To-young and To-young's on the phone. And then the lawyer is saying that the restraining order has been approved, okay? There's a restraining order against Jae-joon. Thank God, okay?
Obviously.
Okay. So she's like, why is Yesol left early? To-young tries to avoid the argument, but she's like, no, we got to talk.
I'd rather we argue than say nothing.
Yes. And then he goes, well, let me tell you.
Your friend.
I'm upset because Jae-joon showed up at the school claiming he was Yesol's father.
And then beat a man up. I know all your secrets that you've been holding back. And he makes it very clear that Yesol is still his daughter.
Okay, so this is a major translation issue that bothered me, okay?
Okay, tell me more.
He says Yesol is his daughter even if you're not. That was the literal translation. Yesol is my daughter even if you're not. Makes no sense, right? That was a translation. But what it should be is Yesol is my daughter even when we become strangers. But I think
I've been watching these shows for so long that I'm just like, I just can understand intention.
Yeah, because I think what he meant, we know what he meant. It's like,
right.
She's my daughter. Even if we're stranger, no matter what
happens,
happens, she's my daughter.
But I do wonder, because they show the person, because one thing they always say is subtitles by this person. And I'm just like, is it sometimes it's like,
right to him or her.
The name is up there.
I know. But Yeon-jin's just like, oh God, the gall. She's like, I was just trying to protect this family. And you're the one.
Protect who?
Right. And you're the one who like, I don't know, you're the one who like opened the Pandora's box, right? I told you not to. And he's like, you're nuts. You're selfish, right? He's like, what have you managed to protect? Who have you protected? You haven't protected anything, anyone.
You haven't protected your daughter.
Nope.
You haven't protected anybody.
Yep.
And so because like you see this man having restraint. You see this man He was like, and he goes, I'm trying not to argue with you, but if you want to go, let's
go.
go.
You know how, and he's like, do you know how much it has taken for me to keep this inside?
Mm-hmm.
You know? She's nuts. Okay, so then he leaves.
Do you think he's going to leave her now?
I hope so. But you know what's interesting? She's very, very defiant when he's in front of him, right? But as soon as he leaves, she like collapses, right?
You can't collapse in front of him.
Well, I don't know.
No, it would help her to collapse in front of him.
That's
because
what I'm
then
saying. I'm like, you're an idiot. You should collapse.
She'd be like, bien.
Like,
Like,
I'm so sorry. Like, if you were weak and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I made a mistake. You know what? Because this man right now still told Dong-eun in the last episode that he was going to stay with her. But what sucks is that this idiot girl also has so much pride.
It's ego and it's
ego.
It's ego. It's hubris. You wouldn't dare leave me. But if she did break, because the thing is, she'll break down for Jae-joon, which is interesting. So she'll break down for Jae-joon and she'll be like, because remember when
she's willing to be vulnerable with Jae-joon.
When she's not willing to be vulnerable with her husband.
Because she wants to keep that image.
Right.
Yeah.
But
and she likes him. Which is kind of sad. Don't you want to be? Which is, I've had a lot. Like, wouldn't you want to be? Like, you should be yourself in front of the person that you love.
But
you shouldn't put on an act.
You think he's being himself?
I think so. I think he is.
I don't. I think
we know, like, he's never covered. He's a jerk. He's not a nice person. He's a little stuck up. He's full of it. He's arrogant.
I don't think Dong-eun's not a nice person.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I guess what I'm saying is he's not like,
we don't get to see a loving side of him because he's very like, he's cold, but not in a way that we're just like, he's not an emotional man.
He's not an emotional man. What I mean by he's not that nice. He's not one of those kind people who are going to go out of their way. Like, I think he grew up a certain way.
Yes.
There's a coldness to him.
Yes. And I think there's a coldness to her. So I think their coldness meets their coldness. But I think she can be hot Jae-joon because she's known him since they were teenagers. Yeah. So before that, all that programming really hit.
Yeah.
But I think because when you see him with his daughter.
Oh, he's a love bug.
He's a pushover.
He's a love bug.
Like, and this is going to be a wild example.
Mm-hmm.
But the leader of North Korea.
With his like baby daughter.
With his daughter.
Oh, who's gonna become like the supreme leader soon?
Right, but the fact that it's just like he's feared, right? Through his whole country, everyone's under an iron boot. But with this little girl, he's like,
he's a girl dad.
What do you need? What do you want? What do you want? And you see this through it's just like there's just certain people that are just like a man. It's just like, kill them all, my son,
dad,
and girl dad, or like it's like, or big leader, like you like it's like. It's all of these.
Yeah.
But but you know who I feel like he probably isn't like that? The orange man. I feel like that even with his kids, he probably doesn't.
No, because I think he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I can't.
So does that mean that the leader of North Korea is less crazy than the orange man? Probably. So key moment number 3.
Yes. Oh my God.
Is Sunghoon's mom wreaking absolute havoc. And so
she is out here. She's texting Yeo-jeong because Yeo-jeong. So I think what happened was, after Hyun-nam told Yeon-jin about Yeo-jeong, Yeon-jin told the mom. Okay, so she has his cell phone. She's texting. She's texting him to meet up.
Shouldn't I meet my future son-in-law?
Wild. Okay, but he's watching her, and she's at this like restaurant.
She's in a private room.
Drinking, getting wasted.
Who was going to pay the bill?
Well, he ended up paying it because he's watching her. He's keeping tabs on her, and he walks away. Okay, so that's the first part.
And he's like, I'll pay the bill. I'll pay the bill for that room too. But she's screaming through this restaurant.
Right.
Why is she not getting kicked out of this restaurant?
Nuts. So then we find out that Dong-eun's mom has been indeed bribing all of the moms in Dong-eun's classroom.
Well, she's been trying to get bribes.
And she got the bribes. It worked.
But this is my question. Why are they giving her anything? Because it's like, well, I'm Dong-eun's mom. You should give me stuff. And it'd be like, bitch, get off my phone. Like, I don't understand why they gave her things.
I'm assuming what they were doing was maybe she was saying, oh, if you don't do this, then Dong-eun's going to treat your kids bad. I'm assuming so. That's the only like logical reason, right? So she finds out because all the moms walk in to Dong-eun's classroom.
She's just minding her business, plotting.
And then they're just like...
This army of mothers in very nice coats.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is a very rich school.
Right.
So
nice coats, hair, moisturized.
They confront her, and she is mortified. Then
because she's definitely getting fired.
Yeah. So we jump to the scene, and this is so freaking heartbreaking, right? Oh, my God. So she comes in to her apartment because her mom's just been squatting there in her apartment, the former war room, right? And she's basically sobbing, being like, did you have to take it this far? Like, you didn't have to go that far.
Because also this is messing up her plan.
You're messing, but she was like, you shouldn't have done this.
Why did you do this? Why are you still not on my side? And there's a flashback to her as a kid finding that paper.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, it was like, not maladjusted or whatever. And she's just like,
you abandoned me again.
You abandoned me again. And she's like, you need to leave. And she never wants to see you again. And her mother goes, again, blood is thicker than water. And I am always going to find you.
I know. And then she proceeds to she gets a pair of scissors, Dong-eun, and she's cutting up all the items that her mom received as bribes. So
but
she
remember,
has purses,
like before that, she goes in, she's in the rain.
I know.
And she finds this box, and it says it's like Kim
from someone's mom.
From somebody's mom. I think it was probably the mom it's the mom who's the kid is a class president.
Yeah, so it's heartbreaking. And then her mom's trying to stop her from ripping stuff and hits her with the hanger and cuts Dong-eun's face.
And
so
she's
Dong-eun's like bleeding.
But again, practical effect, because you see the blood run down her face. And
run down.
Like, where is the Pak Sung Award for special effects makeup? Because you see the blood coming down and pooling, the hair is in her face and all of that. And so her mother is hitting her with designer bags and boxes, and she's just sitting there cutting up stuff. It's
so sad.
And she never lays a hand on her mom.
No. And then she rushes outside, and then she's like in the pouring rain, sobbing in her car, okay?
With a napkin on her face.
And the napkin is also getting soaked with her blood, because there's a lot of blood coming from her cheek, okay? Then out of nowhere, you see freaking Jae-joon psychopath walk up to her in the rain and be like, get out of the car.
Like, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. And she's like, what?
She doesn't get out of the car. She's in there, and he's basically like, hey, I know you're the one who told Dong-eun. You're the one who called Dong-eun about, and she's like, leave me alone, right? But then out of nowhere, thank God, our hero, Yeo-jeong,
the executioner,
swerves his car and almost hits Jae-joon. I was like, you should have just hit him. Okay? And
he falls in the dirt. Also, girl, I imagine them shooting that scene, because when I was watching it, I'm like, oh, this is actual rain. They waited for a real rainy night for them to shoot this, because if you can tell by like the wind and stuff, this is a real rainy night. And so and I just thought about him in that heavy ass wool coat being just wet. I was like, but he was like, oh, I got this new car. I haven't figured out the controls yet. I could have just hit you. And he's like, what are you talking about? He was like, I won't hit you, but I could. He's like, what? He's like, okay. And then he tosses his umbrella on the ground. And he's like, I'm so sorry. And then he gives him his card. So Yeo-jeong gives Jae-joon his card, gets back in the car, but then proceeds to drive forward and basically pins
him. That was so good.
Jae-joon between the two cars, and then she's allowed to drive off.
So then we find Dong-eun in her tent,
which
I didn't see that tent for a while, so I was like, oh, maybe they got rid of it. No, that is her bedroom. That's her bedroom.
And the tent is upside. I'm like, why is she sleeping in a tent in this man's museum of a house?
And then he's so sweet.
And I knew he was out there with a first aid kit. I knew he was standing out there with
He was giving her space, and he was like, hey, I'm going to go to bed and sleep for a while, so you can do whatever. You do you. Be comfortable. Feel comfortable, okay?
Right.
And she's just like crying.
As she's holding the biggest first aid kit.
I feel so freaking bad for this woman. Anyways, okay. How do we think this is going to affect Dong-eun and her moves going forward?
I think the mom is
something needs to be done.
About the mom, yeah, because the mom is now too much of a liability because the mom destroyed a huge part of her plan.
And the mom is truly, you can't control her.
No, and also she keeps saying, "I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you."
I'm never gonna leave you alone. She's never gonna leave her alone
because she feels like she owes her.
Now, my thing is this: can Dong-eun change her name? Can we do a name change? Change her identity.
Of course.
Yeah, because her mom was just like, all I need to do is go to city hall, tell them I'm your mom, and they will tell me where you're at. Nuts.
But if you can just change,
or file a restraining order.
You're telling me you've come up with all these levels of plan,
but you can't figure out how to get
you
rid of
have
your
blackmailed the chairman of a private school to get you a job. You have coordinated, captivated. You have done all. You took down a child to get my. I was just like, and you can't figure out what to do about your mama. Don't sound right.
But then it also tells me again, like Dong-eun as a person, right? I think she is a very not soft.
I also feel like I think she actually wants a relationship with her mom.
I think she wants, yes.
I think she wants her mother to show up and not act like this.
I think she is pure-hearted in that way.
Because she has abandonment issues.
And also, if you think about this, she's never been a bad person.
Nope.
She just got bullied.
Yep.
She just she grew up in the wrong household. But I think she's pure-hearted and there's a kindness to her. And that's why when you see Do-young was like, you're not aggressive enough. Mm-hmm. You're not. Like, she's doing it, but she doesn't have what, like, Yeon-jin has. That actual, like, psychotic
She doesn't
lunatic
have the teeth for it.
Yeah. So,
like, she's got teeth, but they're, like, they're not carnivore teeth. They're omnivore teeth. So it's like, I can bite, but I can't, like, bite and tear.
She can't do that to her own mom because her mom is her blood. And she can't do it. Okay. So then next morning, oh, my God. The next day, okay. Oh. Dong-eun. Dong-eun goes to the church, okay? Sa-ra's appa's church, okay? The goons are there. And then they exchange a phone, okay? They exchange a phone. Mm-hmm. And then we go to the basement of the church, right? Because it was under construction.
I was like, it looks like a new sanctuary.
And then they laid out the drugs.
They text Sa-ra and go, hey, come get these drugs. This is my question.
Come to the Garden of Eden. That's what she says.
And come get these drugs. And Sa-ra, she's gonna do it because
she's in a trance. She's like,
trance.
I need the drugs.
But also, maybe does she think this is Myung-oh messaging her because they don't know he's dead?
I don't think she's in her right mind.
You don't think she's thinking? She's just going.
She is like the way she is throwing tantrums. I think she's lost it.
She's going through withdrawal.
Lose it? She's going through withdrawal. So
and they say heroin withdrawal can kill you.
Yeah. So I think she's out of it. So she sees it, and she goes. She's in a trance. And this was crazy. So she goes to the basement and she takes the drugs. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, this scene,
I did not see this coming at all because she's taking the drugs. There's a hallucination. Now, while they're in the middle of, I guess, praise and worship where they're singing a song, everybody's phone is on in church, apparently. Everybody starts getting notifications. People are leaving out of the church
because
they're leaving out of the main hall.
Dong-eun had recorded her taking the drugs. So there's a camera set up.
Right.
But the creepiest part was you see Sa-ra. This was so creepy. Her just drugged out, just passed out. I was like,
and there's a needle in her arm.
Needle sticking out of her arm. And I was like, this is so disturbing, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, so the parishioners start leaving because they're like, what is happening, right? And then the hallucinations, like, oh my God.
So the snake, because I was like, okay, the snake comes down and she's like, oh, is that you? And then it transforms into Myung-oh. And then we have a flashback of them on the phone. He's like, remember when you were on all fours? She's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Get off my phone. And so you see that she was out here doing sexual acts.
Okay. This drama goes there. I have never seen a Korean drama that insinuates anything like this. I was like shocked. Mm-hmm. This is wild.
And then
this is edgy.
So they act like they are referencing fellatio, And then the next part confused me even more because now because like the way that it's set up is also crazy because it's like she's in front of a giant cross under a light that is lit,
like a spot.
front lit
She's
and
lit,
back
yeah.
lit of the cross. And then it's the Garden of Eden. And so when you're looking at it, it's just like there's so much imagery in it because it's like, you see the apple, you see the snake, and it's like, oh, this is what we call the original sin.
Yeah.
And then she is now pleasuring herself, and there's so many photos and videos being taken.
Also, why are people
taking
pictures of this person?
Also, I was like, what is this?
This is a press conference?
I thought it was part of her hallucination, and then there's so many parishioners have walked up and are now
These
taking
parishioners
pictures.
are perverts. That's what they are. What are y'all doing?
Scandal.
It is
scandal, and people love a scandal. And so then Yeon-jin's standing there because remember, Hyun-nam tells Yeon-jin when Dong-eun's going into the church, hey, I followed Dong-eun and she's going into your friend's church. And she's like, what? And so, but this was his moment. Like, at one point, I was like, every once in a while, I get confused. I'm just like, oh, wait, has Hyun-nam turned on? I'm like, oh, no.
No. She is literally, this is all setups happening.
This is all setups happening. And so I was like, no, this is all part of the plan. And so she comes storming in.
And then she's like, is this all you? Is this you? And then Dong-eun tells her this part. She's like, what do you think? This part of the revenge took a lot of effort, you know? And then she's like, did you like it? What do you think? And it's like, Yeon-jin's just like, oh my God.
And then she's like, Sada's the first offender. She'll be out soon. And she was like, and you won't be able to defeat us.
Yeah. But then, oh my God, this part's so good. While this is happening, you see Seonggi. Seonggi is at Sohee's mom's apartment, and she's uploading evidence of the bullying, okay? And then it says, exposing weathercaster A for school violence, okay? Then Yeon-jin starts getting all these notifications, like ding, 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 all over Instagram,
because
everything.
If you are a person who is in, this, so like I get Google alerts, like if my name is on anything. So Yeon-jin asks her if she has proof, and Dong-eun's like, you have no idea.
But this was the best part, right? She tells her, she's like, Sa-ra may be able to get out of this because it's her first time. But you won't be as lucky because guess what? You're a murderer, and this is not your first time. It's your second time.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun. So this is how it ends. It is so freaking good. The double whammy.
And this is why
Yes.
I was up. Because I was like, I'm just going to watch these 2 episodes. And then I was just like, oh, no, I have to watch the next one. And I'm telling you this. I was just like, oh, this is why her mom was up till 4 a.m. watching this. Because this episode is like, as much as it's sad as it's as satisfying, right? Because Jae-joon takes down Mr. Bob.
Yes.
Dong-eun takes down Jae-joon and Yeon-jin. And then Dong-eun takes down Sa-ra and Yeon-jin. And not to mention the fact that Yeon-jin's mom is in a spiral.
She's spiraling. What else is happening? You have Hyun-nam's husband doing all this weird stuff.
But the good thing is her daughter is gone. Like we know for a fact the daughter's gone. So now the stakes are like in an interesting place because like you can't hurt my daughter anymore.
Yeah. And then you have Jae-joon's still crazy, but Jae-joon's sitting on evidence. Hye-jung's sitting on evidence.
Yep.
I mean, this is just...
They finally have Myung-ho's body.
Myung-ho's body. They have Sohee's body. Like, yeah. It is... The case is building up. Okay?
So if there's all this, like, public outcry because school violence is a big deal...
Yeah.
It's... Do you think that... Because they don't say Yeon-jin's name.
No. But what they usually do, so when scandals happen in Korea, they always say like the initial, they go initial A or like initial C. So they'll say that, but they provide with enough evidence for people to make assumptions.
Oh, and then you can't say that this is slander or libel because you didn't say my name.
So I'm pretty sure that they know that it's her. So yeah, I mean, I think I think people are going to, we know Korean society, they're going to roast her, okay?
Oh, we about to be George Foreman in this bitch.
Yep, they're going to roast her. Do we think Dong-eun is done with Sa-ra or Sa-ra? I think this is,
I think Sa-ra's a wrap.
Do you think her?
I think Sa-ra's a wrap because now Sa-ra has to go to jail or she has to go to rehab. Like, Sa-ra has to be, I think she's been neutralized.
Yeah.
But she's been slightly diffused. But I think whatever Dong-eun needs to do with Sa-ra is done. I think everything else that comes after is like, because her family's rich, there's going to be lawyers and all this other stuff. Yeah. But people are uploading these videos, and then you have to wonder, it's like, where are these videos going to get? Because it's like, this could be, because this is pornographic. So the videos can't stay up, but they're up.
So speaking of, do you think this was a little too much?
I think the masturbating was too much. I think it was unnecessary.
I think also, like, I just feel like the writers did this for shock value. Like the Myung-oh stuff, I'm just...
Myung-oh turning into a snake?
That's fine. But I'm talking about the sexual acts.
Yes.
I was like, do we really...
I don't think we needed her, but it's like, what other than her... I think it would have been better to see her actually injecting the drugs.
Yeah.
As opposed to, and then we see her injecting the drugs.
That's
and then we see her hallucinate.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you have a video of her preparing the drugs, you could still have the parishioners run out and be like, what the hell is going on down there? But I don't think we needed the masturbation.
But I wonder if so I think it was unnecessary, but I wonder if the writers did it now, thinking back on it. Are they trying to make the point that Myung-oh is truly, he is sexually assaulted all of them at this point.
Right.
Except, no, he sexually assaulted all of them in a way.
Because he sexually harassed Yeon-jin.
He harassed Yeon-jin. He's harassing Hye-jeong, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think he's being savory with her. He's like, I love you, but, the way he's approaching it.
Yeah.
He tried to assault. Oh, no, he assaulted Dong-eun. Mm-hmm. He definitely assaulted Choi, right? Mm-hmm. And then he definitely assaulted Sa-ra. So it just proves the point of he is dirtbag.
Awful.
Dirtbag. He deserves to be in a
Ziploc bag in a morgue down funeral.
Yeah. So anyways,
he earned it. But yeah, it's I do wonder how the parents are going to fight back. I do wonder what Yeon-jin and her mom are going to do to fight these allegations.
It's gonna be crazy. Okay, so revenge receipts. So Yeo-jeong gets DNA from Yeon-jin's wound.
Cha-ching.
That's a big one. USB with photos from Mr. Bob.
Cha-ching.
Doing weird stuff. Gyeong-ran has the whiskey bottle.
And I'm waiting to see where that's going to pop back up.
And then Dong-eun buys drugs for Sa-ra, which we see, And then the reveals, right? Sa-ra's drug problem goes public.
Yes.
Good Lord. And then Dong-eun shares Yeon-jin's bullying to the world.
Absolutely. Well, listen, friends. We are back next Wednesday to chase the 13th episode of The Glory.
13. Oh my God.
13. So, what do you think of our pod? Submit your questions, thoughts, prayers, rants, or whatever at chasingkdramas@gmail.com or call us on our Sarangee Hotline at 213-632-6865 and leave a message, una mensaje. And we'd love to hear from you directly. And be sure to follow us on our socials and subscribe and follow on all of the things on the YouTube, on the Spotify's, and the Apples, and tell your favorite drama addicts about us. So thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on the next K-Drama Chase. Sarangee!
Hi, Chrissy and Dulcé. This is Yaro Rubin. I'm sitting here crafting, which of course made me think of Dulcé. And happy belated birthday, Dulcé. It looked like you had a great time. I wanted to share that we just finished The Tale of Lady Oak, and it was amazing. That show is so fabulous. It landed right onto my top 10 list. Just really good. And my husband really loved it as well. I am watching Dong-eun from 2010 with my SOOOO watch group, and it's been really fun. I'm on episode 27 of 60. Anyhow, always your fan, and thank you so much for bringing joy and laughter and delight to my life. Take care. Bye-bye.